Welcome back to another legendary episode of the No Name Podcast. Because we still haven't come up with a name. It's episode number 3, maybe by episode number 7. Who knows? Well, if you're joining back with us, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've seen the last video, you know what we get into. But if you haven't seen our previous videos, make sure you check it down. We'll have a link in the comment, and we'll have it up in the little annotations on the lower right, so you could click on that. But if you already seen that, then you already know what time it is. I'ma just introduce myself real quick. I'm the unapologetic atheist. These are my bros. They're gonna introduce themselves. Let's go.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, your one and only Almighty for the fucking great, back at it again with another video, man. And we're back at it again with another podcast. And today we're gonna be talking about toxic parents. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Willow and Jada. I said Willow and Jada. Will and Jada.
Wow.
I don't know.
Why we're gonna leave these people?
But anyways, pass it to my boy Jerron. What you gotta say to the people,
Well,
man?
it's happening. Well, it's your boy Dan. I'm back with the squad, man. Yo, I just want to say, listen, I'm excited as hell to get this episode going. And by the way, just want to say, I think today my mic is good, so I should be good today, hopefully. But let's just get this going on, man, because I'm hungry. I gotta go eat after this.
Alright, so let's start. Like Almighty has already, spoiled it for you guys. We're here to talk about toxic parents. You know what makes since last week, we started off with the trend on like toxic boyfriends, and we're gonna stick with that because there's a lot of toxic people out there, and we want to expose all of you. And a lot of people think just because they had a child that they are entitled to certain things from said child. And I'm like, and I've been seeing this a lot, and I've been hearing this a lot. I gave birth to you, I brought you into this world, so you're supposed to be doing this and this for me. So I want to open up this conversation right here. What do you guys think about parents who tell their child that they should be doing this because I brought you into this world?
To be honest, go ahead, John.
No, go ahead, because I'm still collecting my thoughts on this one.
I'll let you. I know this is.
Yeah, man.
I'll start off with my own thoughts, and let y'all gather your own. So, my personal beliefs, right, and everything I'm saying is what I personally believe, right. You as a human being chose to give birth to another human being. Cause now let's talk about because we're in the 21st century. If you didn't want to have a kid, you should probably there's a lot of things you could have done to not have that kid. Right? So that is something you decided to do. That is not something the kid decided to be here. Because there's no consent for this little nigga. He didn't decide that he wanted to be here. Right? So now when this person is born, you gonna tell them, okay, now that I brought you here, I did you a favor. Right? Is that like, but last time I checked, the way favors work is like, I gotta ask you for something. Or like, I'm getting something in return. And like, and the thing that they'll tell you that you get in return is, you get life. I gave you life. Aren't you? I mean, like, living in this world nowadays is like, I'm like, is that really such a favor, bro? I don't know. I don't know. The way this world is moving, and a lot of people trying to leave this earth, in one way or another, is life really like this big gift that we all speak about? But that's how, because like people, like parents, I feel like certain parents feel entitled to their kids just because I gave birth to you. I'm like, okay, you gave birth you chose to create life, so now it is your responsibility to nurture, cater for, and take care of that life, no matter what that life is. If they listen to you, or like they follow the same things as you, or like if they're, God forbid, they're gay. So that's not my life. That, like, bro, you chose to create this person. It is your responsibility to take care of said person and not expect anything in return, in my opinion. Yeah. So I want to open up the floor with you guys, hear what you guys got to say, and like I do have a lot of wild shit. Let me know if y'all see it in other ways and shit.
You see, the way I see it, like I agree to an extent what you're saying in terms of like, as a parent, you made the choice to bring this kid into the world. You feel me? So like, you don't like, your duty now is to do parenting things for this kid and take care of this kid, and then not come back 20 years down the line and then use that against them and be like, oh, when you was young, I used to do this and I used to do that and this and that for you. Because now it's just like, you ain't had a choice though. You feel me? Like if you're actually like you want to be a good parent, you kind of didn't have a choice but to take care of me as a kid. So I don't feel that's where I feel like when they come back and use things like that against you in the future on some like, yo, you got to do this because I did that in the past. It's kind of like, so you ain't have a choice. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not, you
Mm-hmm.
had no choice. You brought me into this world. You have to nourish me and you have to take care of me until I'm old enough to take care of myself. So whatever you did for me after, like once I get like 18, 19, and I'm able to, support myself, then I feel like you could use those in the future, like coming down the line and be like, yo, bro, you was a 21-year-old, you was never working, I was still paying for you and stuff like that. Then you could use those. But if I'm below that age, I don't care what you do for me, gang. You have no choice but to do it. I ain't gonna hold you. You got no choice but to do it. That's your job. You're doing your job.
Okay, see, I agree with you and everything. The only thing I'm just having just not sitting because you brought up the part about like when they get to a certain age like 18, 21, like let's say you have a 21-year-old who's unemployed, right? Like I understand things happen, the world, the economy, COVID, all of yada yada yada. Okay, my thing is, right, as a parent, your job is to educate your child in a way to like, we live in a work first society, right? So from the time like you're raising your child, you should teach them the value of, if not having a job, at least doing something that creates revenue or creates something for yourself, right? Because not everybody's meant to do the 9 to 5. But if you have a 21-year-old who's on there, and then like let's say like down the line they get successful and shit, I don't agree necessarily that the parents could be like, okay, nah, like I did this for you like when you was 21 or 28, like because like, as a parent, like that is a lifelong commitment, bro. Like that is something you commit to for the rest of your life. A lot of people think that shit stops at 18. No, 18, like yeah, the nigga could like he could take care of himself, but like he still you're still a lot of stuff he needs because you have been through these steps. Like you've already been a teenager, you've already been in your 20s. So it's as a parent, I feel like it's your duty to help guide your kid along these certain things. So it's like playing a video game, right? If you had an older brother who already beat it and like he's not and like he sees you like you're struggling in some part, like it's his duty like to try to like help you get along and then not to be like, oh yeah, I helped you get on past this level, like you have to be no, like I see it like as over time, like there's no like you never stop being a parent type shit. Your kid always is always going to need you. You will always have more experience than your child. You will always have done more than your child. So your child could always use that experience. And like what I feel like when a parent gets mad and just throws it back in your face, oh I did this for you, I did this for you, like I understand, but like that's with your responsibility. Like Jerron said, like when you became a parent, that comes with the job title. The job title of parent means you parent. Right? Like you oversee, like you help out, like this, like parent is not just a word, it means something. I feel like we have taken a lot of meaning out of words. Words used to mean shit. Like literally, this is gonna be a quick tangent, cause it was somebody had hit me up earlier, like literally like 2 hours ago, and asked me for like help for like find biblical Bible names, like names with meanings, because a lot of like in a lot of cultures, like the name that you're giving at birth is supposed to like prophesied over you or like give you hope to like something to achieve. And like I feel like we as a society, like we getting away, like me, I'm an atheist, so it's not like trying to preach the Bible type shit. I'm just saying like we have taken value out of words. Certain words don't mean the same shit no more. And we could get back to that first video, what is, but we'll stay away from that just so I can pass it back to my guys.
Wait, did we even put that video up?
It's on the Twitch.
All right, then we just stream that shit then?
It's on the Twitch. It has some views.
I don't know. I think it might be blocked low key. I checked the channel. I don't see the video anymore. I don't see the video anymore. I'm dead ass.
Already got blocked. That's tough.
But yeah, man. I don't know. I think mostly it comes from based on the culture they were raised in. Because some parents are still good parents, but they still have that mentality of where, like, whatever they feel like the kid owed them something when the kid never asked to be born.
Yeah.
I mean. I mean, I understand if the kid want to do something for you, but if you feel like you are obligated to get whatever the kid, what you call, may provide, it's like that mentality is just like bad, bro. It's just fucking toxic,
So
low key.
I want to stick to what you're saying right there, right? Like, certain parents, they have the certain conditions that they place on their children to give them, the love and the admiration that every child needs, right? Like, if you're not doing this thing, I'm not gonna support you. If you're not, unless you become ultra successful, and oh yeah, I always knew you had it in you. Cause like if you look at it, like especially from our background, like of being a Caribbean, right? If you're not living your life a certain way to your parents, you are a hooligan. You are doing like everything under the sun, right? And like they're gonna
failure, basically.
yeah, exactly, and they're gonna withhold that love because like it didn't take. It wasn't until I left home and I started seeing the way other cultures interact with their children and doing. Cause like, bro, as a technician, so I see a lot of people like they're just moving into their houses. I would see like young people around like my age, a little bit younger. They're just getting like in their first like apartments and stuff, and all you see is their parents there with them, like doing like mad supportive and shit. And you're just like, and like even though if they're not 100% agreeing on the same thing, like they still understand the fact that that's my child and they need me. They need me to love them and support them no matter what. Even if I don't 100% agree with what you're doing, I understand the fact that you are my child and you are always going to need that love and support. So me withholding that love and support from you is the worst thing you can do as a parent, right? I want to segue like into like how certain parents raise their kids, because I'm 23. My guys we're all young. We're I'm in a relationship but no kids. We don't have kids, so I want to strictly speak on like how I was raised and like how I see other people are being raised around myself, and right, and like the way we treat our children, bro, like it is disgusting. It is like appalling, my nigga. I don't understand. I'm like, if the child, like, they act like kids are not supposed to have emotions. They not act like kids are just supposed to be blank slated adults. They're supposed to be mini adults who have perfect control over every little thing in their body. I'm like, bro, as a kid, you're supposed to learn to express yourself. This is when the time you're supposed to learn how to speak, learn how to, like, there's a reason why a lot of people are antisocial, is because as kids they were never taught all of these things, like how to like speak up for yourself, how to express your emotions. This is why we have so much fucking gun violence, because nobody's teaching these kids, if you're angry, this is a proper outlet for your anger, not picking up a fucking AK and gunning down niggas. That's not how you deal with your anger, because that does not solve shit. It only makes shit worse, right? So I want to like see like what do you guys think of like how we raising our kids, and like what the fuck is going on? Like how can, like, I know when niggas who don't have kids, but we experience shit, like, so like we can speak on shit.
You know what I think it is? It goes back to what Almighty said earlier. It's based on the culture that they came from. If you're from a culture where it's like your grandma babied your mom, and then your grandma's mom babied her, it's gonna follow down the same system, because you're doing basically what you learn, like what happened to you. That's basically what you're not replicating to your kids. So I feel like all of this is like generational things that came down. For me personally, like I like the way, like I can't really speak much about when I was younger, because all of that is just I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know. All of that is just I don't know. I don't know what the hell I was when I was younger, so I can't even speak on that. But I could speak on me now more so in like the teenage age going up, because those age I feel like is probably the most important ages of a kid's life. That's when, like, yeah, being young and stuff, your parents have to be there for you to help you, because you obviously can't do anything on your own. But once you get in that teenage life where you could do things on your own, I feel like those are the moments that a parent really needs to be with their kid in those days right there. Because now, once you get that teenage age, that's when you're trying to explore certain things. You're trying
your brain is expanding. You're starting to learn.
Exactly.
Like, you're starting to reason and have logic of like your own. Like, yeah, once you reach like 13, 14, you're able to make your own decisions. Go ahead, bro. Facts.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where now, as a parent, you make sure that you push your kid down the right path. And I feel like that's where a lot of all the problems start, because once kids get to that age, some parents kind of just like neglect them. Like, all right, you're old enough now. do your thing. Be your man, be your own lady, whatever. Grow, live your life or whatever. And that's kind of like, I understand independence. Like, you don't want your kid to be too dependent on you for too long. But I feel like
Yeah.
throwing your kid in the world too early as well
Yeah.
is as bad as holding them back too long, because it's like
Facts.
you keep them long. Once they go out on their own, they don't know what the hell they're doing. But
Mhm.
then you throw them in too early, they didn't have no right training. So now they're picking up on their own. And half of the time when you get thrown too early, you're picking up from people on the street.
And the niggas on the
Mhm.
street, bro. That's the thing. When you get
And
out there
niggas
too
on the
early,
street.
they the grimiest niggas. Cause they once
For
they,
real, for
cause
real.
they know how to smell fresh meat out the blood. So they're gonna be pick up
Bro.
your fresh food, bro.
Yeah, like bro, it's like
Mhm.
sharks, bro. They're dead ass like sharks,
Trust
bro.
me. And I got caught like that. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. My first moving out of the crib and like getting like into my first job, like he caught me lacking. Ran off with 3 bands. Caught me lacking back, but it will never happen again. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Almighty,
But
you have
yeah.
anything you want to add before?
Yeah, man. Because on what you said earlier, where some parents don't even teach their kids on how to talk, on how to. They probably don't even have time because they be working all the time, so they don't give the child the time they need to develop their brain, their communication skills, their intro. What you call?
Interest in
But yeah,
everything.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's the general thinking I was that's just general thought I was having because I'm somewhat in the same similar situation, but I could talk to people. It's just that I don't know. It's like it's hard for me to
To
what is it?
initiate that first contact with other people.
Now it's easy to talk to people. It's hard for me to open up to people about certain shit. Cause I've known you for like a long time, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I barely tell you shit that's that personal to me. To be honest with you,
Yeah, and
I tell you something. It's just like it takes like I don't know why it takes forever. It just yeah, man.
Another thing that plays a factor as well is having both parents in your life. Because I feel
Mm,
like having both parents in your life, you get to learn. Because obviously everyone has different experience, so you get to learn from your
from
dad
2 different
and
people.
learn from your mom. So now you
mm,
can know what, like for instance, you can know what. All right, you learn from your mom, so you know. All right, be careful with these girls because some girls will literally just like use you for
Devious,
everything. Exactly.
devious.
Now, and then you learn from your dad how to be a man, how to provide for yourself, and how to start taking that step to becoming a man. So I feel a lot of kids struggle with that scenario as well, just strictly because unfortunately not everyone have both their parents throughout those important years in their life. So it's kind of like in scenarios, guys without their dad, they become the man of the house at 14.
mm.
It's like, damn, I'm 14. I barely just started. I barely hit puberty, and I'm already the man of the house. Like, how am I
Yeah.
gonna learn from my mom how to be a man of the house? Like how?
Like even though like and shout out to the single moms that's doing it because there's some
Yo,
of them
OD,
that got like Herculean strength to do this shit.
bro.
Not to
For
take
real, for
any.
real.
It's not to take anything away from like single parents, but like clearly evolutionary, our human race, like we evolved to have 2 parents. Like clear, there's a reason why like the 2 parent system works best. It's not like on some Bible show because God said no. It's because when a man and a woman, right, the child can get both perspectives. Right, he
Yeah.
can get that nurturing and loving and how to you be emotional from the mother, and he can get that logical, stern, hard work things from the father, and that way you create a great human being that keeps the evolutionary line pushing, type shit, right? I wanna
Hmm.
real quick. I wanna pick up on what both of y'all said real quick. What first? I want to
Yeah.
start with what Jerron said about because that is something I hear a lot. Od
Or
about how that's how they were taught, that's how they were raised, so that's they don't really know any different. I get that to a certain extent, right? To a certain because I get it, like you like you see you everybody around you is doing the same thing, you do the same thing, type shit. Monkey see monkey do. I get it, type shit. We're not monkeys, right? We are humans with thoughts and feelings and can think, right? So one thing I'm gonna get a little personal. Fuck it, right? Because when niggas first like came to America, because I'm thinking like so. I understand what you're saying, because like the reason why like we are able to see shit differently and like not want to raise our kids the same, like necessarily the same way our parents raised us, is because, you know, one, we were afforded the luxury of the American like lifestyle type shit. Like we went to school in America. They grew up in a different time in a different place. I completely understand. My thing is, a lot of them came to America, right? And they seen how it was done with others. Because like when you can see something and like you can feel so, like this is the thing, like if you I don't know, like I can't really say like they all enjoyed being raised the way they did, because if they enjoy, because I'm like, there has to be at some point in your mind, you gotta be like, hey, this is not right, because like we're able to see it, right? This is what something I get asked all the time. How come we are able to see these things and like understand these things and they couldn't, right? And I honestly have no answer for that, because I'm like, I'm not as smart.
I know what it is. I feel like it's just like it goes right back to how they were raised. To be honest with you, like they didn't have, some of them may have came here and came to America, but they didn't really. For us, we had to, like, we came here, but I'm pretty sure when we first came here for our first couple of months or a year or so, we still lived like that Caribbean lifestyle. We still live like we're still in Haiti, we're still in Jamaica. So they didn't have the time to really evolve and adapt to the American lifestyle. So they still obviously have to go based off of what they know. And what they know is how we were raised back in the days. So it's just like, it's hard for a parent at a certain age to just some parents is able to just adapt to a new lifestyle right away and just, you know, move with the flow. But some parents are just like, it's not for everybody. Not everyone adapts the same way. Not everyone adapts as quickly as everyone else. So I kind of feel like that's what it is and why they're not able to see what we see, because they're still like trained that way.
Another quick disclaimer I want to make: I'm not saying that the American lifestyle or like the way they raise it is 100% the best. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh hell no!
I'm just
oh hell no.
Okay, because I just want to make sure that's clear. We're just
See,
saying
you ain't
like,
never seen no school shooters in Jamaica or Haiti.
Nah, because they getting beat. Them niggas just we getting beat. Fuck it out of here.
You getting beat with the
real quick, I just want to touch on that. How you said it. I trust me, because I get that. It's just a side of me, like a part of my brain, it just doesn't accept it as the full answer, because like you said, some people are able to come here and like adapt and like see the differences and like okay, like you said, we like when we first came here, we still have that thing in you, right? But when you see, I feel like when you like, and you like you said, like it is true, like when we get to a certain age, we don't want to make changes in life. That is 100% true. But that's also a bad thing. That's what makes you toxic, because when the moment you stop changing, you stop being open to new information and saying, yeah, because it worked in the past, it's always gonna work here. Because one thing I stress is like, yeah, I get it. This is how you were raised in Haiti, but we are not in Haiti anymore, bro. We're not in Kansas anymore. We are in America. We are living by a whole different set of rules and standards. So I understand this worked back there. We're not there anymore. We gotta be able to come into the present and like help, and like, cause I feel like the parents that are able to do that, they are the good parents, and the parents that aren't able to make that adaptation. Because like, let's say they didn't even come to America. Let's say they went to Great Britain. They went to Canada. Yeah. You're gonna tell me just because you know the way your people was, you gotta understand like different cultures, like they are there the way they are because of like they have like different things. Nobody has all the answers. The fact that you're closed off, you're saying like, no, because you're American, I'm not gonna listen to you. I don't like the way because there's school shootings, so the American parenting system is entirely wrong. No, you can't just take the extreme wrong about it and say like the whole thing doesn't work. You got to be able to take the good with the bad. I understand there are some good aspects of the Caribbean.
Yo, bro.
You good, bro?
Scared me. My heart literally dropped because I had no idea where that came from. Bro, you can't play that today, bro. What they just did in Brooklyn. You can't do that, bro.
Yo, first of all, real quick.
Oh, yeah, what happened to Brooklyn? I heard about it, but what happened?
Bro. Man, niggas was bored. Some nigga was bored, bro.
It was an old black dude too, bro. That's what, bro. It was an old black nigga.
Like, I think like How many people they said? Like 13, some shit like that?
I think like 10 got hit, like 6 others is injured because he had like smoke and shit.
Bro,
So
this
he was just-
man, bro, this man was
hell?
on a whole Call of Duty mission.
Bro, he had a whole
That
load
ass
up.
hell?
He had a
COD,
load up,
it
bro.
was
The train was smoked out.
Bro,
if
this
he
man
was
Bro,
if he was like even a fucking a .5 KD player, bro, he would have got a body.
Yeah.
But that nigga's a bot. That nigga just
He's
sits
a
in
whole
the
bot,
he
bro.
sits in the
This
back
man.
of the lobby and gets hit all day, and then he gets frustrated. You know what? I'm gonna take it out in the real world, and still gets he just gets straight hit markers.
But, bro, I ain't
That's
gonna,
not
but all
funny.
jokes aside though, it's just like stuff like that
Fucking
is just so crazy,
hideous,
bro.
wait,
It's
hold on. We're not gonna let that. My fault. Wait, we're not gonna let that slide. This nigga said he gets straight hit markers, nigga. Really?
Yo,
Like,
nah, that's why I had to say all jokes aside, because this man really just said all hit markers, bro. But
Well, yeah,
bro,
man.
it's broad daylight, bro. It's
Fucking
dead ass
man.
in the morning,
Brooklyn,
bro. Like
bro.
you're telling me you woke up this morning like, yeah, I'm about to do some dumb shit today.
Oh,
It makes no sense. It's to a point, bro. Just like you can't take a train, bro.
Yeah,
You
bro,
can't take a bus.
nigga, I don't
But,
trust
bro,
it.
what?
I don't want. And like that's the thing. Like in New York, bro, y'all niggas is like, bro, they have like crazy ass gun laws. Like y'all niggas is doing this shit in New York.
For
In
real,
New
for
York,
real.
bro.
Take this
It's
shit- take
so
this shit back to the
crazy,
South,
bro.
But
Yeah, man, back on the topic, man. Back on the topic. I just wanted to play that. Yeah, niggas were saying school shooters a lot. I just had to let that shit play for a little bit.
So Almighty, I think you had something you wanted to say before I said something about what you had said.
No, that was literally what I was about to do, bro.
Okay,
That's
okay,
literally what I was
amazing.
about to say.
So,
That's all I had. That's all I had right there.
So yeah,
Don't
John,
worry,
so,
I'm gonna put something when it comes to mine.
So Jerron, the thing about like I feel like the good parents they can like adapt and like see like the changes and like take the good and leave the bad because like nobody is 100% good. Nobody so like every aspect has some good in it because like even if I God forbid my shit's freezing. God forbid I ever have kids. I will use some of the things I learned from my past to like in like being raised as Haitian to raise my kid because that's not it's not everything that's bad. It's just that we have a lot of bad and that we choose not to discuss and we just keep trying to pass it on because that's all I've ever known. I'm like, no, you know more. You choose. That's all you ever chose to know. You stop learning at some point, bro. At some point,
yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, back on what you were saying, when immigrants come to America. Usually they only teach the things that they only know. Because they don't know the new rules yet, so they just teach you the old rules that they know that probably gonna apply to this new environment. And obviously, the parents still got to evolve with the new environment. But what they know so far, they just give you what they think that will be sufficient at that point in time. But yeah, that's
the only thing. That's the only thing they know. So that's the only thing they can really like. They could really tell you. But as you were saying, Cody, which I agree with too. Like once I have a kid, I'm still gonna use because in terms of like disciplinary,
I'm still whooping my kid's ass.
Oh, OD, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You doing too much. Come, whipping that. I ain't gonna hold you. But in terms of like,
that shit was efficient, bro. That shit was efficient. That shit was efficient for me.
That shit made me stop doing a lot of the things. Bro, I can't say that 100% because I don't. I don't know if I'm gonna beat my kid. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I'll beat him.
I'm not gonna beat him, obviously, for everything. I'm gonna try to talk to him, and then if I want you more than twice, bro, it's GG.
That's the thing, cause like
I feel like one spanking is deserved though. One spanking
you could
is deserved just to set the tone. Like, yo, you're not gonna do what you want to do with me. You're not.
I'm gonna instill that fear in you since you 5, nigga. I got that potential in me, nigga. I got that potential, nigga.
I need you to triple guess. I need you to triple think about something before you do it. Like, damn, I really use this. Like, is he really gonna spank me today if I do this shit? Nah, I mean I do it.
Bro, I
need you to think that.
I used to speed run through life, bro. I was like, shit, there's a beating on this level. God damn it. I swear to you, I would get beaten. Not give a fuck. It would be to the point where my mother would be beating me. I would stand there with my hand out like this, staring at her in her face. I'm like, is this done yet? Cause like my mother had to get real creative with her weapons. Cause like a belt is not gonna do shit.
It went from belts to everything, bro.
Yeah, bro. The closest thing she could find.
It's the closest thing. The closest thing you can find.
Hypothetically, guys. Hypothetically, we don't want nobody to go to jail. Hypothetically. Yeah, you say your parents died. Hypothetically, yeah.
Nigga,
I thought you had a whole scenario coming up.
I thought so too, nigga.
All right, since y'all want me to add something, hypothetically, have your parents ever boxed you up?
Like box, nah, like bro. That's the thing. That's the thing about me though. Even I started working out in like the 5th grade. And I started getting like big. I used to get them beatings, bro, and just stand there like, yo, bro, I could really just like beat you if I really wanted to. Like, yo, no cap, I would really just stand there taking the beatings. I'm like, yo, bro, only reason this is happening is because you're my parent and like, I was raised and like, you gotta obey. That's literally, bro, but I swear to you, let somebody else put their hands on me, it was clipped. I'll tell this, bro, I fought. No. You tweaking. My older sister, like I've had fights with my older sister because she thought she could beat me. I'm like, it don't happen. My cousins, like they came from Haiti thinking like they could tell me to clean my room because we're having guests for Christmas. I'm like, they're not coming in my room, bro. I don't give a fuck. But then they're gonna like go clean your room. I'm like, no. They're gonna try to, bro, 2 grown ass niggas trying to hold me. I'm like, no. You're not my parents. You're not putting your hands on me. But nowadays nobody's putting their hands on me. That's not happening. But because I was raised like, parents.
That shit been stopped years ago.
I was raised like, parents are allowed to beat you because that you're your parents' property type shit. That's how, like, bro, a lot of these parents, they see you as property, bro. I had you, I gave birth to you. I went through all the hard struggles. I gave up my life. I sacrificed these things for you. So you belong to me.
You made that choice. That's your problem.
Bro.
It's not like you're saying, oh, I'm doing this because it's not like you're saying, oh, I'm doing you a favor or like, I don't have to do this. Man, you ain't got no choice. Who told you to let all of that go inside of you?
Bro,
like, no.
You could have swallowed, bro. Simple.
You could have swallowed. You could have popped
It's
the
all
bean.
free, bro. Yo, there's so many options you had before we got here, bro. You could have, number 1, not had sex. Number 2, you could have worn a condom. Number 3, you could have swallowed.
Let him pull out. That's it.
There's so many layers we had to reach. We had to go through. You was there for the first, like, I think they allow you to get rid of it up to the first trimester. So you had 3 months. You sat there. You thought about it. I'm going to keep it. So that's all your choices. The little nigga had no choice, bro. It's just
exactly,
like, bro. That's the thing. The sperm, all it does is it did what it. That's the thing. It did what sperm does. It fucking swims to the egg. That's all it does. That's all it's known to do. But we as humans, we have the ability to make choices. These things are inanimate. They don't have that ability. They don't have the ability to choose to, you know what? That egg is wilding. She wilding. Let me swim back to the booty. No, it has one job. Find that motherfucking egg. And it finds it, it's gonna try to smash through and go in. And once it goes in, that egg has one job. Protect that little nigga and fucking divide up and create a life. That is, everything in there is doing their job. You have a job. You have choices. You have options. Them things is like that's their program. They're robots. That's their programming. A baby will develop in your belly over 9 months due to your biological programming. Everything else of that is your choice.
Yeah, who's the worst father? That nigga in Full Metal Alchemist or Gracia Yeager?
Full Metal Alchemist, easy.
I was about to say, Gracia didn't have a choice.
Yeager, because like Aaron was wilding, bro.
Aaron was.
Now, what he did to, don't forget what he did to Zeke, though. It's not just Aaron, what he did to Zeke.
I mean, so he tried to use Zeke as a means to an end. Bro, this guy fused his daughter with a dog, bro. You don't do that. You fuse your dog.
Yeah, nah, you can't beat that. I'm sorry.
You fuse your because you're trying to learn alchemy and you're gonna like your daughter, bro. You want to talk about toxic parents? I don't care. I'm gonna get into it, Dudley. I don't care. Let's talk about the most toxic parent of all, bro. That nigga G-O-D, nigga. No, fuck a Goku. G-O-D, nigga. That nigga toxic as hell, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you have one son one son, right? You mad powerful. You can do whatever the fuck you feel like. You have one son, and you like, hey son, come here, do me a favor. You see these people, you see all the people I created myself with all my powers, they wailing right now, and that's kind of upsetting to me, right? Because that's all they're doing. They just wailing, and that's upsetting to him, right? So I'm gonna need you to go down there and like live amongst them for like 30 years, get acclimated to them, and then die. Who does this to their son, bro? Who does this to their son, bro? Like, you're gonna send your only begotten, yo, bro. The Bible emphasizes that's his only one, bro. Bro, you see, this is what happens when you let single. This is what happens when you let single fathers raise these kids, bro. Like they are, you need a mother to like tell that nigga, yo, bro, you're wildin'. That's my son. Like you're not gonna send my son down there with all them fucking wild ass niggas. But yeah, like I'm gonna just leave that there. We'll move on. Cause
let me ask you a question.
What happened?
You know how people say don't rush to leave out your parents' house or whatever until like you're stable, or better yet, how long should you, like, in terms of parents, how long would you think you'll pretty much baby your kid, like take care of them? And obviously this is past the kid age and the teens, so now you're looking like our age. How much longer from our age do you think you as a parent is supposed to be like literally just like this with your kid, like, pay all their bills and this and stuff like that, cover everything under their name, roof over their head and all that shit? How long do you think that should last before that kid needs to go out and gain his or her own independence?
That's a good question. I'm gonna let Dudley tackle it first.
Hopefully they obviously able to find a job, and what's it called? I don't know. To be honest, once you're a parent, you literally a parent forever. But once the kid wants to move out, I mean, I would go. I want to move out, but it's just there's certain possibilities I just don't have. It's just that I don't want to stay here. I don't want to fucking stay here. I want to move. But yeah, man. But I don't know. I feel like I would support them. I feel like there is a certain limit though. Even though I do want to support them for the rest of their life, there has to be a limit though. I don't know. Yeah,
like goes back to what Cody was saying. Like once you're a parent for life. You will never be able, unless you just like, yo, fuck my kid for life. I don't give a fuck about that nigga no more.
Nah, I'm not gonna say fuck my kid, but I'm gonna definitely throw him to like, you gotta experience the world, bro.
Exactly, because here's the thing. What the point I'm getting at is like, as Cody said, once you're a parent for life. So if anything happened, your 30-year-old son could still come back to you as a parent for advice or for help because you're the parent, so you have experienced all of this. But in terms of like that kid growing their independence, one thing I don't like seeing is somebody that's 25, 26, 27, not working. So obviously you don't have any responsibilities. You live with your parents, so that's fine. I don't think, age don't really matter how long you should live with your parents or not. But the fact that you're mid-20s going up to 30s and you have no responsibility, you don't know how to do anything on your own. So now let's say you move out at 30, bro. You haven't worked, you're 30, you bought a, let's say you
let's not even say you move out. Let's say, God forbid, your parents die. Because like,
you're in your 30,
you're in your 30, your parents are like 100 years old already. So let's say
exactly. Let's use that scenario. But this whole time, you've never been able to really try anything on your own. You never gained any sort of experience or independence on your own. So now you got to be the one to start taking care of the house. You got to be the one to start paying the bills. Stuff got to get fixed in the house, but you don't know how to fix all those stuff. You don't know how to do none of that because of how long you were being nourished for so long. I feel like.
Wait, are you saying your kid never had experience to even go get a job or a summer job or nothing? Just been in the house? That's basically what you're saying?
Just been in the house. Even say they got a summer job, because summer job don't even do much. It don't really, bro. I had a summer job as a camp counselor, bro.
Bro,
at a daycare. What the hell did that do for me?
Jerron, before I was the same thing. The 10th grade. Before I went there, bro, I wanted 5 kids. I spent 2 months there. That number went to 0. I never want anything to do with kids ever again.
Bro, I'll be honest with you.
Nah.
The whole summer I worked, bro. At summer you, I've gained no, bro. Shorty made me talking about yo do her laundry. The fuck? What am I doing your laundry for? I'm supposed to be a cam counselor. Why you tell me to do your laundry, bro? Like, no,
Well,
never
nah.
happened. So, like, so I don't really count like cam counselor as like a job where you could like, cause that don't do much for your resume, bro. Unless you're trying to work in a damn daycare, that don't do much for your resume. But I feel like somebody that's like 26, 27, bro, you never actually had like a solid income, whether it's like a McDonald's income, a Wendy's income, or something that pays more. You don't pay your own phone bill. You don't pay no sort of bill for yourself. And you're just pretty much just like freelancing and just relying on your parents at that age. I feel that's a lot. That's a problem that I feel, me personally, I think is a problem with some people growing up. Like a parent decides like, I'm going to take care of you forever. But it's like, you're not going to live forever.
Yeah.
He needs to learn how to do his own thing because one day he got to be a dad. He got to be a mom. He got to take care of the house. But where's he learning that from if he's 30, just now moving out, just now starting to get his own responsibility? I don't want to be, I'm happy that I won't be 30 and I'm just not learning how to do things because it's like, damn,
nigga,
it's a whole
it's hard as shit to learn
shit
at 30, boy. It's a lot easier to learn shit at 18 than 30, my nigga.
Exactly. It's like, bro, I'm 30 and I'm about to have a family and I have all this responsibility. My main focus should be them, not trying to figure out how to survive.
What is you doing having a family if you, bro? Stop
exactly.
fucking with these girls that let you come inside them on some regular, like, come in, yo, stop. Lil Baby had a song, like, that just came out. He's like, yo, he said, come in here. He's like, what? Came on her face. Stop coming on these girls, bro.
Nah.
Stop. And
but the last thing I'm going to say on this before I pass it over to Cody, that's why I'm happy in terms of my case. I know a lot of parents do this, and some people look at it bad and some people don't, where as soon as you get a job, they kind of like throw some responsibilities at you. Because I ain't going to hold you. As soon as you start working, bro, cable bill. Yeah. As soon as, more money comes, the more bills. And it's like,
cable bill, house bill.
Exactly, light bill and stuff. At first, it sucks. But then it's like the older I get, I realize like it's basically my dad making me start, gaining responsibility
and shit,
at a young age and starting, exactly, because at the end of the day, one day's gonna come where I'm gonna have all these responsibilities he have now. And if I don't know how to even take care of a phone bill at that age, how the hell am I gonna take care of a car payment, rent, light bill, and all of that? You ever think about all this shit your parent had to take care of, bro, while you're going up?
Bro, I did not until I grew up.
I was
like, yo,
I never thought about it.
I was like, and then I was doing the math on how much my parents. I was like, wait, pause. This math doesn't add up. I was like,
I didn't think about it at all. So that's my take on that. I feel like growing up is all about experience. You need those experiences early in your life, so once you get out on your own, you're not lost. Because if you're lost in this world, bro,
niggas will take advantage of you, bro. There's too many scammers out here, bro.
Yeah.
But I want to answer your question though. So I liked how you said there's no age, because I thought you were trying to like ask for an age. That's why I passed it to Dudley.
Nah.
Boom, because I don't believe there's an age like you stop supporting your child, or like even if your child wants to live with you. But like Jerron said, it goes back to what I said earlier. If your child is 28, unemployed, you gotta take a look at yourself as a parent, bro. What have I been teaching this child for 28 years that makes them think that it's perfectly fine to just sit your ass around all day off of my money that I'm making busting my ass? You see me busting my ass, you bust your ass. Because that's what I said. Yo, bro, I seen my father wake up at 6 a.m., go to work, and not come home until midnight. That's what I'm like, damn, that nigga's really going to... Bro, I work 7 days a fucking week. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm like, I seen that shit, so I'm like, I'm going to be able to like... So, and he also instilled in me a sense of work. Like, you got to be able to provide for yourself. You got to be able to provide for your family. If you want something, like growing up, one of the things in hindsight, I'm actually glad didn't happen is like when I asked for something, I was never given what I had to fucking work for everything. Everything I have in life, I worked for. I can look back and be like, okay, this is what I did to get that. Nothing was ever handed to me. From my first game system to my first fucking house to my car to my everything I had to take myself, right? So, but that was taught because like I learned that nothing in this shit is free. Like nothing in this life
Right.
is free, bro. Like,
Everything is earned.
that shit was instilled in me from the get, right? So it's your responsibility as a parent, right, to instill certain things in your kid. And like Jerron said, right, your dad taking the money, like be like, hey, I need you to pay this amount this week. Like even if I'm financially stable, I have everything on auto pay. I'm like my kid gets a job. He needs to understand the responsibility of not only saving, not only budgeting, but having a rainy day. Cause like, bro, shit is unexpected. You don't shit. Literally today, my boss's one of our buildings burned down, like completely to the ground, bro. Like it was standing this tall. It's at the floor, bro. It's because you can't like if he now let's say he didn't have a budget or like didn't learn how to do certain things, he would have been asked the fuck out, and all of us would have been out. It's about so it's I don't say it's a certain time or age you tell your child to leave because like birds they throw them little niggas out the nest as soon as you can fly. Goodbye.
Bye.
time for the next one type shit. But I feel
it's all animals. Actually.
Yeah. Oh my god, the animal. That's the thing that separates. You know what separates us from the animals? This, my nigga, the fact that our brains is so big, we're able to use our brains to create certain things and like think logically, bro. I hate the fact that niggas don't like logical thinking. I'm like, that's what separates you from the fucking animals. All animals are instincts. That's why they call animalistic instincts. Right? All they go on is instincts. A lion sees a deer, chase that nigga. I don't give a fuck if a car is coming. I don't care. But we as humans, we're like, I want something. Oh wait, it's a red light. Let me chill. Some animals.
Not all of us.
Some animals have actually. if you actually look at it, some animals have actually adapted to learn like certain things. Like the crows, they will stop at red lights. Like they will stop for cars. Like I've seen like this fucking amazing. Certain animals like they have like because like their brains are more or like developed than others. Bro, we have the largest brain in the animal kingdom, and that's why we are at the top. No matter like, bro, no other animal has done what we have done to like, bro. We're sitting here talking in front of the fucking camera. Can a dolphin do that? The dolphins are smart as shit. They can't fucking do what we do, bro. And like the fact that we don't use this. And it irks me, right? And it's your job as a parent to teach your child how to use this, right? Yeah. How to you think logically, critical thinking and shit, and like how to like make certain moves and shit, and like how to recognize certain signs. So it's up to you as a parent to instill that shit in your child to be like, okay, you gotta understand, like, bro, I've been working since I was 14, like, and I wanted to work before, but. Like, I'm talking about, like, working, like, legally with my papers. Because I was 14. Because I've always loved to work, like, type shit. I was working since I was, like, 10. Like, shoveling snow type shit. Because I've always seen, like, the value of what I want. So, it's, as a parent, right, you got to be able to teach your child, like, if you want something, it's not going to be given to you, bro. You got to go get it. And once you're going to get it, there's certain things there's a motherfucker named Uncle Sam who wants a piece of everything you make. That nigga wants a piece. He says pieces.
Uncle we don't invite to the family barbecue,
bro.
Boy.
Every time you pull up, nigga said pieces. Yo, bro, it's like pulling up a bacon, egg, and cheese or a fucking pack of gum in class, bro.
This man, Uncle Sam, get his pieces before we get ours, bro.
That's why I'm LOC, baby. LOC. Fuck that. You're getting
nigga,
what I give you.
At the end of the year,
I'm getting you what I give you, nigga. Fuck that. Bugging the fuck out. Taking my money. Nigga, you ain't working these trenches with me. But, right? As a parent, you gotta teach your child certain things. Like, teach them how to budget, like how to save money, like how to like navigate certain things. Like there will be scammers, bro. There will be people trying to tell you get rich quick. There will be people that's telling you, yo, this will work. You gotta teach it. You gotta teach your kid, bro. There's no reason you should have a 28-year-old fucking sitting at home. You failed as a parent. Like I know society, like the first thing, like when we see all like something bad happen, everybody always wants to blame the parents. There's a reason why, because like there's societal there's societal pressure, there's all these things. But at the end of the day, bro, that motherfucker was born to you, right? And you, Joanne, I wanted to, like you said, because you said, the teenage years are super critical. But I promise you, bro, there is nothing more critical from age 0 to 5. That is the most critical part of a child's life, because that is when their brain is most absorbent. That's when their brain is this is why it's a lot easier for a child to learn like new languages like as a baby than it is as because your brain is more open to.
It's like a sponge, so
it just absorbs everything. So
yeah.
as a parent, your job is to make sure that sponge is not fucking picking up dirty water, bro. Don't put your sponge in some dirty ass water. Like only like you're supposed to nurture your kid in a way so that way they're able to like see certain things, and like when they get older and when they reach that pivotal age of 13, 14, bro, that is a next level step. If you fuck up, you've lost it for life. It doesn't matter what you did for the first. You fuck up for life. Cause like now they get to start. They're in school more, right? So they're learning a lot more things. They having a lot of more experiences. They have a lot of outside friends. There's a lot of outside influences playing on your child, right? But if you built that core and when they was a kid, like you built that core, like they can come to you with anything, like because a lot of shit happens to you as a teenager, and the first person, Almighty, this is what I want to talk to you about. How you said like you feel like even like with bros, that there's certain things it's hard for you to come up. That's because the first person that you're supposed to be able to, if you're having a bad day at school, something happened to you, the first person that's supposed to be able to you can tell is your parents. And if you can't tell your parents that, it's even if you don't realize it, subconsciously, it's like, oh, if I can't tell you, I can't tell anybody. So it fucks with that child's psyche so much to the point where niggas don't even realize that it plays a part into them like 10, 20 years into the future. Because, believe it or not, most of our problems stem from our childhood. Because you gotta realize that a lot of the things that if we're not taught them as a child, right, we're not gonna ever fucking learn them. And Jerron, like you're saying, like a lot of these parents, they feel like they got a helicopter, like they got a baby and nurture. Like there is like you gotta love you, but there's such a thing as too much, right? If let's say you're taking full control of this child's life, they can't go anywhere without you. They can't like see anybody without you. They can't speak without, bro. Then now when they get into the real world, like they go into a job interview, you can't be in that room with them, right? Yep. You can't interview and like, because now let's say, mom, I blew another. That's why your kid is fucking 28 and unemployed. Mom, I blew another one because I didn't know what to say. You wasn't there with me, because you never prepared your child in a way so that way I'm 28. I gotta be able to like speak for myself. I gotta be able to express myself. Like bro, me, I don't know how the fuck I did. I grew up in like the totally opposite way. But I can do it. I can talk about whatever the fuck. If I need to express I'm not gonna hold shit back. I don't give a fuck. You're not gonna tell me to hold my feelings in. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck I feel like. Cause like, bro, even as a kid, you was not telling me, oh, kids are supposed to be seen, not heard. What? I got a voice for a reason. You're gonna hear me. Fuck. That's bro. I told you. I got used to getting beat because I'm like I would get beat for anything. I would say some shit. You said what? Yeah. And then I would fuck around and go do some more shit, and then I would get beat for that. So it was just constant beatings in my life. So I just became numb to it.
I am weak.
Yeah, man. Like, but to answer, like, yeah, there is a certain like way you raise your kid, like to like it's gonna make them like you see Almighty say he wants to get out. Like certain people, like they feel so comfortable at home, like they never even want to leave, type shit. Like you gotta be able to like it's a delicate balance, because like we're saying this shit like it's easy, like we've done this shit already. Like bro, I got my PhD in raising motherfuckers. I don't have a single kid. I do have cousins, however, I've raised I've been with since we was babies, and them, but though because the way I am with them little niggas is like stuck to me. Like anything they need, they know that they can come to me. Like they could be with whoever. I step in the room, that Cody was here, type shit. Cause I'm not gonna fucking treat you the same way everybody else is, because like you're a kid. I'm like, no, you're a kid. You're just a mini human. You have feelings, you have emotions, you have ambitions, you have goals, you have thoughts. Kids have thoughts. Even though you can't understand them, bro, they're thinking. Shit is bro, like real quick, just a quick tangent. Like I was with somebody, right? And their baby, it's not even a fucking baby, was babbling or like talking. I'm like, bro, these are the times you're supposed to be listening to her, like see what she's saying, so you can like, even though that you don't completely understand, the fact that you show her like, okay, I'm interested in what you're saying, that's gonna make her feel more open, be able to open to you. Not when she's 13 or 18, like something violent has happened to her, and she's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna run to daddy and open up, bro. I can't, like, if I never had that experience to open up to you when I was a kid, how am I gonna open up to you when I'm older?
True. That's a fact, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot to be a parent, boy. So it's
That's
like
why
a
I
lot
don't.
of
Want,
people.
that's why I want none of
Uh,
them. That's why I want none of them motherfuckers. I just want to talk about it. I don't want.
You don't want one?
uh,
You don't want not one?
not
Nah.
one.
8. I need 8 in the bank first, bro. I need 8 million in the bank before I could even think about it. You're laughing. That's my number. If I have 8 million in the bank, I could think about it. Maybe one.
So no 8 million, okay. So this is where your generation, your bloodline ends right here. We're not
Nah,
talking about your brother. We're talking about you.
I have sisters and brothers, boy.
No, we talking about you though. You
Oh,
specifically.
Yeah, it's clipped. Like, you might as well have gotten a vasectomy before you had me, bro. Fuck around.
I'm
Like,
weak. I'm weak. Nigga said you might have a
There's no way
vasectomy before you had me. I am.
If we was really living in the olden times where like they was like had like the firstborn son, cause that's the thing, I'm the firstborn son, so like growing up, bro, I had all these like shit set up for me, like I was supposed to be doing. My father's a pastor, so I was supposed to be like
I know.
So
yep,
I completely go ahead.
Go.
I completely do like, bro. I don't like first. That doesn't mean shit because I'm like I kind of want. I'm living my life. I'm not living the life of like you wanted me to live because I'm like I'm not no cap. I used to have like these thoughts. I'm like, bro, my parents really sacrificed prayed to have me like and like this is really what I'm like nah type shit. I never asked to be born. Right? You birthed me, so I have this opportunity, and I'm going to use this opportunity as I see best fit. You have a way you see to use this opportunity, and we see it differently. And that shouldn't make you not want to love me because I see shit different than you do. The fact that you were like, okay, if you're not seeing it exactly how I want to see you, I want you to see it, I'm not gonna love you. Bro, your parents' love is supposed to be unconditional. Adding conditions to a love makes it fake. It's not love. It's no longer love. Like, there's a condition.
I feel sorry for anybody that have a parent. Well, not everybody, but some parents just be taking it over the top sometimes. Especially when it comes to Christianity and pastors.
The R word? The R word? The big R word? Religion?
Religion, yeah.
Listen, that's a spicy topic. That's a spicy topic.
That needs to, like, we might just talk about that next time, but it's being forced too much, bro. Like, it's being...
The indoctrination is insane, bro.
Like I kid you not, it's like the way some parents make it seem, bro. It's in your chromosomes, bro. Like it's legit. You got the X, the Y, and then the R. That's what it is. X, Y, and R, bro. That's how the chromosome is built nowadays. It's just
lucky for me, man.
Too much.
Yeah, lucky for me, my parent was a little more lenient, man. Because I know some kids, the moment they were ready, they woke up, they just read this. That's a fact. The moment they wake up, read this, bro.
Bro, you wake up, the first thing you gotta do is boom, open it, say your prayer. All right, let's go. Like, it's so crazy, and that's the good thing with me that I love. Like, I feel like religion is something that I can't gotta develop that. Like, you grow and become, like, it comes to you. It's not just like forced upon you, because then it's like you're not making no choices in your life, and then it's gonna be hard now because now your parents are gonna look at you as a disappointment when you get to whatever age, and then you make that decision at whatever age. Now they're gonna look at you like, yo, I raised you bad. You're not my son. There's no way you're my son when it's like this and that. It's like, bro, I ain't never had a choice.
I could check the birth certificate. It was
Claudio. Have your parents ever told you like, did I do something in my past life? That's why you treating me like this or some shit?
Boy, I've heard everything under the sun, bro. If I start listening what I've heard, bro, we will get demonetized. Let's not do that.
Because my mother told me, oh, you don't go to church no more. You don't do this. You don't do that. Did I do something in the past that's why I'm being punished now? I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with what I want to do, bro?
Bro,
that's crazy.
Bro, let me see. When I haven't formally told my people I'm an atheist yet, but when I went to visit my parents when I first came back, the first thing my dad asked me was like, have I been going to church? I'm like, nope.
Wait, what you mean, your people?
My family. Because I moved from upstate back to Brooklyn. So the first time I went to see them in over a year, first thing my dad asked me, have I been going to church? I'm like, no.
Oh, you didn't tell your dad yet or no?
No, I'm like, I told them I don't be going to church, and then I don't be, because I told them the reason I don't go to church is like they really out here preaching some wild shit. I'm like, Yeah, the Bible is wild.
No, but you ain't come out.
I ain't trying to, because like I was just.
Now, cause I thought when you told us, me, Brian, Randy, and all them, I thought you also told your family on top of that. That's why I was like,
I didn't speak to my parents from January 2020 until April 2021. Nope, I lied. January 2021 until April 2022. Nigga, the last time I seen any of these my peoples was when I came down for a funeral. And then I went back upstate, and I've just been grinding since.
That's crazy.
And that's gonna be a tough conversation.
It's just
gonna be bro. Every time,
I feel like it's gonna be mad quiet. You're gonna say it, and nobody's not gonna talk. They're gonna sit there like,
I promise you, it's not gonna go like that. It's gonna go like we have here a bunch of verses that we have that proves everything's real. And then I'm going to be like, okay, here are a bunch of verses I have that prove everything is fake. Now, answer me this. Oh, no, you're just confused. It's the world. I'm like, okay, you got it. Bye-bye. That's why this
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Let's say you were still following that religion scene, right? And you had let's say you had the 8 million in the account, and you had a daughter, right? And a guy was trying to marry your daughter, but let's just say that you and your daughter don't have the greatest relationship like that, so she don't really talk much to you about it. So she talks to other people about y'all and stuff. Do y'all really believe in the whole you got to get a blessing from the dad?
That's a tough one. Fuck no, that's number one.
So that's another thing that I feel like
I don't believe
it goes back to the old days where it's like, yo, there's no way y'all still think that is like
that's your property, bro.
100% mandatory in 2022, bro. 21st century. There's no way.
Remember that how I was saying like they treated children as property, cause literally the more like, cause back in the day like the more kids you had like the more. Because especially when kids were just dropping off, like, from polio to, like, niggas was really dying, like, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, though. Them niggas was shooting them kids left and right, boy. 20 kids, nigga?
Because God, like, damn. Only, like, less than half of them niggas will make it past 20. Because, like, you gotta remember, there's fucking all these diseases out there that niggas don't have cures for. We take a lot of what we have nowadays for advantage. We have vaccines. We have medicine. Motherfuckers can give birth in the bro. So many women used to die when they gave birth, bro. Like, we have so much advantages for people to really try to pretend like the way shit worked 2,000 years ago is the best way, and like we gotta get. I'm like, bro, we're in the 21st century. Stop living off of 2,000-year-old rules and customs where I gotta bring you 3 sheeps and a goat because I wanna get your daughter. Yo, bro, real quick, there was this crazy story in the Bible, bro, where this guy, he wants to marry this girl, right? So, but she's like the third child. So, but for him to like be able to like marry her, so the dad.
He got married the first and the second.
Not even that. He has to work 7 years. He has to work 7 years for the blessing. To get blessing to marry the daughter, he has to work 7 years. Right? At the end of his 7 years of working, the dad is like, oh, I forgot to tell you, like, I have a older daughter first, and she must be married before any of my youngest daughters. So you have to marry her too. And I have another one. So he's like, no, I think that, I don't know if it was 2. Let's just say it was just the 2 of them. She had an older daughter.
I think it was 3.
So let's say it was 3, right? He has to work 14 additional years so he can marry the second daughter and then marry the third one that he actually wanted to marry. Nigga, imagine having to work 21 years just to pork some bitch. Jiju.
Yeah, Claudia. What if your partner's dad said, "Let me get a Rolls Royce before you marry her"?
Yo, hold on, real quick. You're bugging, but I wanna talk. Hold on, because what you really said, like what you brought up, that's a big thing, bro. Like the whole.
That was just a joke.
No. I'm talking about Jerron. How about the blessing thing? Like, you gotta get blessed because So when I first started dating my girl, type shit, I was like, so I'm type nigga like I keep my dating life private. Jerron, the type of person you was talking about, like, you know, they keep their relationship apart, separate from their parents. That's me, type shit. So I had no plans on telling my parents I'm in a relationship because I'm like, that's not your fucking business. Like, It wasn't your business.
It's a fact.
All my other shit wasn't your business before. This definitely is not your business, right? So, but that's not how it was like seen, because like because me and my girlfriend were still like in the church and like in the faith and shit.
Talking stage.
No. So like we was like so according to like the Bible, we gotta like get the blessing. So I went to the father. I was like, okay, I want to start dating your daughter and shit. And then I got his blessing. He said, yeah, it's okay, because like we was all in the same church and we all knew each other, right? Mm-hmm. But looking back on it, I'm like, if he had dubbed my shit, I would not have given a single fuck. Because I'm like, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this as a formality because
Wait, hold on. You say you wouldn't give a fuck. What about her back in that time?
I can't speak for her, bro. I can't speak. I'm not gonna like, bro. You tell, bro. The nigga, like, remember that song "Rude"? Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Like, I'm gonna marry her anyway. I'm gonna do what I gotta do anyways, bro. Like, cause mind you, we was already dating for like 2 weeks before I even told the nigga. Like, I asked for permission. We was already dating for 2 weeks. What the fuck? So I don't know.
That sucks though. That
really sucks. It's ridiculous.
Just to know that they could say no, and then the two people that really love each other don't end up with each other, bro, just because somebody say no.
Toxic ass shit like that. The fuck are you? Let's look at Romeo and Juliet. Everybody fucking like praises these. I'm like, for what? Like, y'all niggas did not.
Yeah,
it's like y'all did not read the same fucking play, bro. The parents really tried to keep these niggas apart because of some beef and last names. Mm-hmm. Bro, what? Are you serious? Because you have your beef. You have your beef, right? So I can't. Mm-hmm. Like, let's say I met the baddie, like, and then I like, niggas believe in love at first sight somehow. So I fall in love and I want to be with her and like, now we gotta go to war because y'all niggas like, because you're saying no and like, what niggas is your property? No, bro.
You talking about their parents? Oh, I thought I was talking about them killing themselves.
No, nigga,
these niggas bugging. Like,
that don't have to do with the parents. Like, we're talking. The topic of the day is toxic parents, and Romeo and Juliet's parents are definitely toxic ass parents.
I know, but them killing themselves though, that's a bugging
result of some toxic ass parenting. If the parents be like, okay, we understand, you love who you love. If it works out, all the happy to you. If it doesn't, cool. But nah, we forbade it. Nah, the bitch is like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll see each other in the afterlife.
Fact.
Cut the water.
Y'all just said yeah. I'd have been alive, but nah.
Yo, bro, they met the night before talking about, oh, we in love. Bro, they're 13, fucking 14. They're probably gonna fall out of love in 3 weeks. Y'all niggas is fiending, bro. All these people died because y'all can't understand how teenagers have hormones and they get horny sometimes and they confuse that shit with love. Bro, you just horny. You're not in love. You just wanna fuck. But nah, man, like, I really feel like this is actually like a good spot to end it all, because this was actually like a very fun one. But niggas I don't want to keep us going on for all night. But listen, man, let us know. Like,
wait, what time we at?
I don't know.
Over an hour, I think. Definitely over an hour. So like we have discussed a lot today, but in summary, like, I want to hear, like, do you guys have any like stories like with any toxic parents and like anything like you've seen or experienced yourself? We do want to have, like I said, this is the whole point of this thing is it's an open conversation. We're here to talk to you guys. We're here to learn from everybody. So, there's a lot of toxicity out there, bro. We want to bring exposure to it all. The name of the channel will probably have to end up to do someone with toxic. Who knows? But before we leave off, you guys have anything you would want to say?
Man, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. And thank you guys for supporting your boy on our journey to, have a great, interesting podcast. We starting off, it's a little rough. We haven't curved the edges yet, but we getting there. We getting there.
Facts.
Yeah, listen, we still figuring it out. We're still going day by day, and the more we go and the more you guys support, obviously, the better it's gonna be. And can't wait till we get to a point where the discussions, we're gonna have you guys live on the discussions while we talk as well. So
yeah, that's
live in person would be lit, bro. Live in person would be lit. But it's too bad nobody lives next to each other.
No way.
And niggas live all over. We got one upstate, 2 in Brooklyn, 1 in Jersey.
All over the world.
It ain't gonna work. All over the world. But listen,
that's why we got Zoom, nigga.
We gotta do what we gotta do. But in the end, listen, man. These conversations, I said, we're all here just to talk, give our our mindset. We're just here to give our opinions on, certain topics, and we're just gonna keep going at it. We're gonna
Facts.
have definitely gonna have some more interesting topics coming. To be honest,
Facts.
Yeah, and like I said,
So-
like if you guys have anything you want us to discuss, leave it down below. If you didn't see the last episode about the toxic boyfriends, we're gonna have that link down below also, and we'll catch you guys in the last one. Peace.
the last one.
Yo, shut up.